glow, little hatch, big ego. Late night, empty road, I'm hunting down that red road. Gear click, finger shake, boost bills, I'm wide awake. VT screaming my veins, every shift says no restraint. Take me to a red line, love how you pull when the stars align. K-Series hard when it hits just right, spinning that soul up into the sky. Tail line, red line, don't lift off, keep it on my side. You and this engine burning through time, race me to red line. Race me to red line.
All right, crew, welcome back, Tommy Guns Garage. It's time to check what's in the Civic parts bin. This is a heavy one. Here's the official parts bin of the Civic. As you can tell, got some goodies in here. What's in this box? It is an OEM Honda throwout bearing. So what does that mean? Unfortunately, the clutch in the Civic is smoked. It wasn't because of me. I think it's the original one. So it's time for a replacement. I went with a Action Clutch Stage 1. I'm not putting that much power down. This is the Flywheel. It's just an OEM flywheel here. And then the clutch. That's about it. I did get this from HPT Auto. Tell you about their shipping. I ordered on a Friday and it was at my house on a Sunday. All of the stuff I ordered. There's more goodies that we're going to be putting on the Civic, but super fast, super fast shipping. They were very communicative when it came to ordering the right parts. I'm not sponsored by them, but I want to give a huge shout out. When you need parts fast, I think that's a good option. Let's get started. All right, crew, that is about as clean as I'm gonna get it. I forgot that I had one of these bad boys, a steam cleaner. Highly recommended. It looks like I'm gonna have to replace the rear main also. So that means all the chemicals that I used probably went in there, so I'll have to do a oil change also. Just look at it, it's pretty neat. All right, crew, I've already started removing the rear main. I'm just going to walk it out with this screwdriver. Alright, so the first rear main seal I bought, I repeat, do not buy the mall. Their quality just isn't what it is. The spring popped right out, so I had to make a parts run. Sorry, there's a jet. Now I'm just lubing this up. And put it in. Making sure that it can go all the way in there. Now I'm gonna get my rubber hammer. Push it around. Oh, that's a good seal. And you're going to want it to sit flush. Just work it around. Nice and easy. Until it sits flush. This hammer may be a little too big, but I'm gonna get a smaller hammer. Alright, crew, we're gonna clean the clutch or the flywheel surface. This is an important step because it's got manufacturing oil on it, as you can see right there with that, and I'm just using a little brake clean and you can see the oil there, but it's got manufacturing oil on it, and you want to make sure that you get that off so your clutch doesn't slip. I'm going to put those rubber things back on when I go to install it. Or actually, I don't really have to. Get some more towels. This is where the clutch is going to engage along this ring here, so get that nice and good. Might be a little overkill, but alright, and I got the surface, the rear surface, on some towels because my shop floor is dirty, and I don't want to get any stuff on the back to make it not seat appropriately. So I'm going to put these on just to protect these little dowels for the time being. And let's go install it. Alright. Put this on there now. We're going to align it. Line up them holes. Okay, test fit a bolt, not quite. Put a bolt in there just so I can rotate, and I know it's aligned. Okay. I'm going to hand tighten these. All right, I'm going to just use a socket and a wrench, and I'm going to go in a star pattern, and I'm just going to stop when there's resistance, and I'm just going to go around and around and around and around. Alright crew, we're going to torque these to 29 foot-pounds. That's the recommended torque. I just got this chainsaw tool jammed up in there. I'm going to hold this, try and do it one-handed. Check with your flywheel manufacturer, because if you got a lightened flywheel, you're going to probably have to change the torque. At least that's just consult. So I've got this jammed up into the starter. Still going in the star pattern. Okay. Last one. All right, that's torqued. Next, we're going to remove these. We're going to clean our flywheel again, and then we're going to install the clutch. All right, we're going to start with our install of our pilot bearing here. I'm going to just take a little high temp grease. We're going to put some in here, put some around here, and then we're going to put some in here. Be careful not to get this on the flywheel that you just cleaned. Okay, get a towel. The garage is a mess. Okay, we're just going to place that in there. We're going to get our clutch tool here. Actually, I'm going to get my little rubber hammer. Alright, I got a 21 mil socket we're going to install. I've greased the pilot bearing in the hole. We're just going to give it a couple love taps. We're going to make sure we get it even. We do not want to flare this in. You'll know it's right when you can do that with the socket and it doesn't wobble. And that is installed. Alright, let's install this clutch here. I pushed the bearing in a little more like it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be flush, so I told you wrong on that. I did write a little message. It said, damn, you sent it. Alright, when you install a clutch, this is your clutch installation tool here, and it is marked flywheel side, so obviously you're going to want to put that on the flywheel side there. Alright, now you have to align the clutch. Actually, just pull that out there. You go to align it with, okay. Now I'm going to get my tool. Make sure that that's centered in there. Now I'm going to install my bolts into the flywheel there, so I don't have to hold this. Alright, they're installed. I'm going to snug these down in a crisscross, nice and easy. Alright crew, we are going to torque this to 19, which is the recommended torque. Gotta put my tool in there again. We're going to go into a star pattern. There's 19. That one. That one and that one is done. Now I'm going to move to this one. Move to this one. 19. And last group. 19. That last one up there. Oh, this one. Alright, and I'm going to do one last torque check around the clock. 19, 19, 19, 19, and 19. Alright crew, another video down of clutch installation on the 8th Gen Civic. If you wonder how I got to this point, please watch the previous video of me removing the transmission. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you like the products that I used or want to know more about them, go to HPT Autosports They have very fast shipping. They're veteran owned, which I support. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time on Tommy Gunn's Garage.
Race me to